Joined by Fox NBA analyst Slick Rick with Marcellus. You up
Happens
first.
fast, doesn't it?
Are you buying stock in these Nets?
Yes, I am buying stock. I'm on the Merit trade right now. Is that where you go to buy stock? And log it in, and I'm like, oh, access granted. And I'm looking at where in the Eastern Conference I should buy some stock. And look at those Brooklyn Nets, because KD's back. Shout out to KD and Ice Cube. KD, baby! For all y'all old West Coast hip-hop heads out there. KD has been to the conference finals, when healthy, the last 5 seasons and 7 of the last 8 seasons. That's 88%, y'all. 80% of the times KD's going to start the regular season and you can almost book it. He's going to be in the conference finals. And in the Eastern Conference, that doesn't look as strong as the Western Conference. Hell yeah, I'm going there. Now, let's talk about that coaching staff. You brought up the coach. And let's talk about first-year head coaches. How did it fare for the first-year head coach, Nick Nurse, in Toronto? What about the Cleveland Cavaliers and their first-year head coach when Tyronn Lue was there? What about the Golden State Warriors when they had Steve Kerr? What about going way back to Pat Riley? So first-year head coaches can still succeed at the highest level. I'm killing you, Slick, right now. I can see it in your face. And if you don't just love KD like I love KD, who I think, when healthy, is the best player in the NBA. As Steve Kerr even said, watching him play in the preseason, I couldn't tell the difference between him the other night and 18 months ago pre-injury. You got to love Kyrie Irving if you don't love you some KD. Kyrie Irving, one of the 6 players in the last 4 years to average over 24 points a game and 6 assists. Only 6 in the entire NBA. James Harden, he good. Damian Lillard, he good. Russell Westbrook, he good. LeBron, Steph Curry, and Kyrie. You got a problem with that? You got a problem with me because I can see them in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Sal, I'm going to hit you with 2 quick jabs, and then I'm going to tag Slick Rick in to come in here and hopefully give you a finishing punch. First, let me talk about Kyrie, because it's a 2-man team. Let me talk about one that is Kyrie. 2018, Kyrie goes to the Celtics, and we're like, okay, Kyrie, let's see what you about to do without Bron. We know what you and Bron accomplished together, but now it's time for you to be Batman, not Robin. But when Kyrie gets hurt in 2018, the Celtics still advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay, but now 2019, now the Celtics got Kyrie back. He healthy. Let's see what he gonna do. But then Kyrie plays in the playoffs and the Celtics lose in the Eastern Conference semis. Okay, Kyrie, go on to Brooklyn. Go on to the Nets. Surely the Celtics will be worse without you. But wait, then the Celtics go back to the Eastern Conference Finals. Wait a second, Marcellus. How were the Nets actually worse last year record-wise with Kyrie than without Kyrie? I'm no mathematician. I did not go to Columbia. I promise you that. I didn't get accepted. I didn't apply. But it's really very simple to say, wait a second, all these teams, at least within the last 3 to 4 years, had better team success without Kyrie than they did with Kyrie. Now, if we're talking about KD, Sal, again, I'm not going to go into the nuances of KD. He's a Texas alum. He didn't graduate, but he went there. So I'm not going to go in too hard on KD, but all I'm going to say is this.
You can't say much.
KD, when he had Steph, you saw what happened.
Oh, don't do that.
But KD, when he didn't, it's not like he was overcoming LeBron James. And if I'm talking about buying stock, I'm trying to buy stock in someone who's going to win a chip. I'm not buying stock in these Brooklyn Nets because, sir, they just not going to win a chip.
Stop. Weak.
Acho, thank you for leaving me a little bit. Marcellus, you're wearing a suit that is made for hunting Easter eggs, not cherry picking. And yet that is exactly what you did.
Damn!
That coaching thing was really inspired, man.
Hey,
I love that. That first-year coach thing about kind of ignoring the fact that they all walked into already made teams. I thought it was good. I liked it.
What?
No, I'm not buying. I'm not buying stock in the Nets. And it's not that it's not good stock. It's that it's overvalued stock. I don't know if you guys were aware, but 2019 was terrible for IPOs. And Uber was the #1 example. And it's not that Uber didn't do well when it went public. It just didn't do as well as expected. And Marcellus, you set the bar, winning the East. And I look at what the Nets are at this point with a brand new coach and basically a rebuilt team. And when you talk about all the times that KD went he went to the conference finals all those times, 88%. But ultimately, did he do it with leadership around him other than with Kyrie? So that is where ultimately I asked the question, was that all KD? And are these circumstances exactly the same as the last time that he went to the conference finals? They're not. So do I think they're going to be good? Yes. Sure. Do I think they're going to live up to expectations? KD and Kyrie, the artiste, are the two best closers in the Eastern Conference. But as we know, if you're going to win the conference, you need to have more than just that.
Oh, my dog, Slick. I'm so glad you came with a fire take, Slick, because you're exactly right. What it comes down to is very simple, Marcellus. First off, who is Kyrie without LeBron? Let's make that abundantly and unequivocally clear.
A puppy.
He was a puppy. Who is it? No, sir. Because you have a 70% winning percentage with LeBron. You had a 35% winning percentage before LeBron shows up, and you got a 58% winning percentage after you leave LeBron. So, let's put in context who exactly this man Kyrie is. Thank you. And then to Slick's point, it's like you got to remember, in sports at all times, things go bad. Things don't always go as you're playing, in game, in season, out of season, whatever the case may be. Who do you have from a team standpoint that's going to rally the troops? Kyrie. Is Kyrie the player that you expect to galvanize the team? KD? Is KD the player that you expect to galvanize the team? Kyrie self-admittedly got burner accounts. Kyrie self-admittedly still think the world is flat. So I'm just not sure that I'm going to look to these two elite basketball players to be elite leaders when you know firsthand it has more to do with how well you can dribble, how well you can shoot, how well you can get a bucket if you can get a chip.
I didn't know you were a Hall of Fame voter in the NFL because you sound like the same damn old school curmudgeons who kept T.O. first ballot off, second ballot off, had to be a third ballot Hall of Famer despite having top 3 numbers all time. You know why? Because you start going into off the field behavior and you start going into things you just don't like. Oh, he believes this world is flat earth. You know what? He can't play basketball. When the hell do you get those two things and marry them?
Behavior
that makes no sense.
An indicator of on-field success.
I don't know how many Hall of Famers you played with. Trust me, if the Hall of Fame was based on how they acted, it'd be empty up in that sucker. These dudes are different. And here's the thing. I don't mind if Kyrie is not likable. I don't mind if Kyrie is different. But I'm not going to let you slander his game when he steps on that court. Oh, he's an animal. Here's the thing. Let me say this.
Say it.
It won't be all on KD like it's never on anybody. LeBron, has it been all on LeBron and he's won a championship? I'll wait.
2016.
I'll wait.
2016.
I'll wait.
2016.
When?
2016.
2016 wasn't
Came
all
back
on.
down 3-1.
Who hit the shot?
Down 3-1.
Who hit the shot?
Who got him there?
Quiet. It got quiet. It's the point. There's never about just one basketball player saying, I'm going to bring all these. Even Dirk Nowitzki had to go look around and say, Jason Kidd in the building. Jason Terry in the building.
was 37.
Still out there diming it up out there. So here's the thing. When you look at Acho's points, he's trying to bring up Kyrie with the Celtics. The same Celtics that underachieved even when they had a big 3 going back to yesteryear. Oh, the same Celtics that didn't win jack.
Slick, I won't stand for this.
Before Kyrie got there, did they win?
Slick, I won't stand for this.
With Kyrie, did they win?
I'm with you, Marcel.
After Kyrie,
so where are we going?
That's my point. So all that said, book it. Heat, Nets, Eastern Conference Finals.